Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's card is this pretty floral card. I've used the Bloom and Grow stamp set for the sentiment and the cherry blossom dies for the flowers. The paper comes from the Flowers for Every Season 6-inch paper stack. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you're interested in reproducing it, take a screenshot so you can refer to it later. This is the Bloom and Grow stamp set and I'm just using one of the sentiments today. I'm using a scrap piece of Whisper White card and I'm just adding some temporary adhesive to the reverse to keep it centered on my Stamparatus platform. Then I can position my stamp and pick it up with the plate. I'm going to start by stamping my sentiment with Just Jade ink. Then I can clean off my stamp and I'm going to overstamp using Versamark. And because I'm using the Stamparatus, I know this will stamp in exactly the right position. I can then carefully remove my cardstock and cover the sentiment with clear embossing powder, and then heat set this with my heat tool. The temporary adhesive on the reverse can be removed just by running a finger over it. There isn't a corresponding die to cut out the sentiment, so I'm just going to use scissors and cut this out by hand. And as I cut it out, I'm leaving a small narrow border of white card all around the letters. The two sentiment mats have been die cut using dies from the Hippo and Friends set. I've used the largest from this grouping to die cut the Just Jade and the next one down to die cut the Whisper White panel. I've also embossed the Whisper White panel using the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. And I've gone ahead and added dimensionals to the sentiment and both mats. I've used dies from the Cherry Blossom set to die cut all the other elements. The flowers come in two sizes and I've die cut 3 of each size from both white and bumblebee cardstock. Now I'm using the main flower in bumblebee and I'm using the centers in Whisper White. I've die cut all the leaf dies from Just Jade card. One of the larger flowers and 2 of the smaller ones will have mini dimensionals on the reverse. I'll then place tear and tape adhesive onto the back of the remaining flowers. When I turn each of these flowers over, the adhesive in the middle will be exposed, so I can add the white centers. Adding the white centers to the flowers is quite fiddly, so using the Take Your Pick tool is a great idea. The white centers should fit into the bumblebee flowers quite easily and cleanly. If the fit doesn't seem quite right, then you probably haven't got them in right. Just turn the centers around 180 degrees and try again. They should slot in very easily and be a perfect fit. I want to add some additional colour to both the flowers and the leaves, so I'm going to use my sponge dauber to apply this. I'm using Bumblebee ink for the flowers and Just Jade ink for the leaves. and I'm just going to add the colour around the edges of each of the elements. This will add a little dimension and interest to each of the elements and stop them looking just one flat colour. My card base is in Just Jade, and this is half a standard sheet of card, scored in the middle and folded to create a portrait card. For inside the card I have a Whisper White mat, and then to decorate it I have a little strip of Bumblebee card and some of the designer series paper. Then I have another mat of Bumblebee card and some more of the Flowers for Every Season paper that will go on the front of the card. And that's it. That's my card complete. A very pretty design, but very simple and quick to put together. I think this design would look lovely with any papers that you may have. And then here's another look at my original card. Now the contrast colour for this one was Misty Moonlight. And then I've just got one more to show you. And the contrast colour this time was Magenta Madness. All these colours are from the new In Colour range. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.